I spent the last hour, maybe even two, trying to fucking get emojis for the thumbnail of this stream. I use a certain website called Emojipedia. Should I be worried about this? I guess not anymore. I use a certain website called Emojipedia. Please get data. Are you getting data? Good question. Well, I'm not going to be talking until I confirm. Okay, okay, great. Yeah, so Emojipedia, amazing website. You get to search for emojis and then get the PNGs of everything. I absolutely will. So what we're gonna do today, I'm hoping, is remove this fucking bullshit. You'll still be able to use it, and I'll still be able to see like the stream of things basically, but it won't show up for me because why should it? Like, why would I react to my own stream? That's strange, you know? Super strange. We will also make this a bit thinner and some other things as well. So, I couldn't access Emojipedia because for some odd reason it's blocked in Russia sometimes. And you know, in programming, it's not the worst thing when something always breaks. It's much worse if it breaks sometimes. It gets so enormously annoying at that point. And I finally solved the issue. I do not have a solution for a VPN on Linux in Russia, which I know is like very specific, and also such that is free because I'm super poor. But I was able to make a hotspot from my phone using a VPN there, which doesn't usually work, but worked this time, I guess, which is good. Right, so first thing first, when I do this and go to some other place, what? Did it work or is it teasing me? For real, I know, right? And then you may be like, when it comes to code, you recompile and it doesn't work again. And you're like, what? Well, to be fair, at the very least with Rust, that never happened to me, but I feel like it super should. So, first of all, when I open chat, usually what happens, it's forced onto all desktops, which did not happen here, which is pretty annoying. Why is this the case? Good question. Let's go to desktop 12 because it had. Oh, that's hilarious. That's so funny. I like touched the microphone by accident, and there's a button on the top of it that like mutes it, and I and I touched it by coincidence. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah. Uh, what did you get sick with? Is it like really COVID or COVID? I should say. Ah, yes, my fucking random accent that just takes whatever, literally whatever. So first of all, don't touch the microphone, gets a little too excited and fucking mutes itself, like literally dies. So let's configure this window rule for the chat. Yes, one of the recent oh wow, god damn. I hope you like get well soon. I mean, like, come on, COVID. You're not popular anymore. Why are you still infecting people? That's crazy. So my immediate thought as to why this didn't work is because I have this, which is basically it will grab any Vivaldi window, and this is a Vivaldi window. So this works immediately, and the chat window rule gets ignored in the process. It was viral for over a year. All that fame is hard to give up SMH. I feel that, to be fair. Like, if I got really big as a YouTuber and then suddenly didn't, I would probably do something crazy. So, I feel that. So, First of all, let me show off something that I already did, which is very similar to this issue that we're having right now. So I have a VS Code main window, and basically it's the main VS Code window with a bunch of folders that I always keep open because I change them that often. So stuff like my dot files, for example, my notes as well. Imagine people being mandated by the government to block your YouTube channel to stop from getting more popular. Oh my god. That would be so transphobic. Literally. That would be horrible. Okay, imagine you're on fucking Ubuntu because you made a subpar decision to an extent, and you're like, oh, I want to use the NewVim extension for VS Code, but my distribution has the version of NewVim that is like 1,000 billion years old. And damn, I wonder how the fuck do I install a later version? And they won't see my fucking YouTube video. I'm pretty sure if you search for how to install NewVim 0.8, my video comes first as the result. And to be fair, it's a very good video. By the way, I have been tempted by the other good terminal text editor, Bob for the rescue. I tried Bob, but it doesn't work well with the NewVim extension. The NewVim extension is very like wimpy when it comes to executables, and Bob just doesn't cut it in my experience. Maybe I'm just bad, but if I couldn't figure it out, then a person who would need a YouTube video probably couldn't figure out that either, you know? So Bob is good if you're just using NewVim, I imagine, but if you need the NewVim executable, then it doesn't seem to be very good. Are you talking about Emacs, by the way? I can definitely see that. Emacs sounds like another very great option with evil mode enabled, because if you're just using Emacs without evil mode, what do you mean then? Fucking, what's it's called? Helix or something? Fucking micro. Nah, you're better than that. I can't think of any more. It's very picky, not even with symlinks, but overall paths. I think it just doesn't accept some paths, and you just have to kind of know what paths is going to be okay with. Why that is the case, I have no clue. Right, so this main VS Code window, I always want to have it on my first desktop. Cocoon, deployed Vim, Unix philosophy enjoyer, use script with bash. Deployed Vim sounds like a great idea, by the way, with all its press fucking right square bracket. Let me try to remember. C to go to the next pound if block or something. Basically, it has a lot of stuff that's going to be useless for most people, but it's there in like the default functionality. It's so insane. Also, bash is blah. Literally blah. Bash is the reason, well, POSIX compliant shells overall are the reason why shell languages aren't really considered, I guess, serious languages. While in Fish you can do like quite a lot pretty easily. Once you open a terminal with Cocoon, who the fuck wants to implement that? It opens up a tmux kitty. Yeah. And matter of fact, I'm not sure if I showed this on stream or anywhere, but I made basically Cocoon, if I'm remembering what Cocoon is, and it's just very, very simple. Let me show you the window rule that achieves that. We go to temporary terminal. I just set the size. I also put the temporary terminal window title to the list of exceptions in my tiling window manager, and boom, I press meta I and I get a terminal where I could do something like boom, and I'm like, okay, got it, for like a single command. I should probably move this. Hold up. Do you want to sort your text? Why would I have my editor have that feature? Just 5 to your current UDLs. I mean, that's true. That's super true. Basically, do one thing very well type of thing, which I agree with immensely. Let's select this region, because my intent is to remove that annoying ass heart, and then I'll start tiling my chat like this rather than like that. You can do that in Vim too, but it makes more sense in Cocoon. As you say. There are a bunch of Vim features, like using core utils or other programs to do some things on the text, which I got really excited by when I first learned it, but couldn't really use properly because I was in WSL, and from VS Code, using the Neom extension on WSL, it would need to spin up another WSL instance to run your command, and that just takes way too much. But now I can actually very reasonably do it. I just haven't really gotten around to it, and I should. Right, coming back. So VS Code main, that window will now always be on the first desktop. And basically I need all the other VS Code windows to appear on the 6th one. And I thought that KDE that doesn't support this, but turns out you can use look-aheads or other look-behinds. I'm not sure why this is there. It works though. I'll keep it that way. It works. That's not really how it's supposed to be. Yeah, whatever. So basically everything that doesn't start with main should be on the 6th one. So let's do a very similar idea. I'm gonna do a very stupid thing. I'm just gonna use that to remember. We go to Vivaldi and add property window title, something that doesn't start with studio.youtube.com. Am I even typing correctly? Yeah. We have to escape this. Live chat. Yeah. Oh, fuck. So, I'm super not sure why I thought of this, because no, boom, and we then regular expression, boom. And just to see if it works or not, let's do pop out chat, and it doesn't work. Let's go. Okay, what's wrong? What is wrong? Oh, huh. No, that's not what I wanted. So we do boom, boom, boom. Okay. So no, apparently not. I wonder, is like something being on the top makes it more important? It would make incredible sense, but it has a really high chance of not being the case, you know? But maybe that's how it works. I super hope that's true. Doesn't seem to be. No. Oh. Oh no. Oh my god. Yeah, it is true. That's great. That's great. Okay, so first thing fixed. Second thing, I can't really make this entire thing smaller, which is whack. And I want to, basically. Once I go lower than this, it cannot make itself smaller. So let's make a window rule, or rather, let's configure the already existing window rule to change that. And this should be live chat, because top chat is literally some messages, who knows which ones, are not going to be visible. Cool, amazing, great even. I can pin messages? Huh. Cool. Okay, so basically minimum size is what we're looking for. Better yet, we do this and then minimum size, so we can see. All right, so 438. Gotcha. So once it's interesting how it does that. I'll trust this to be the smaller size, but maybe I won't. Okay, well, 438, let's try 300. And this, I don't know, also 300. I have no clue right now, so we'll just, I guess, figure it out. Okay. And if I do it like this, I'm not sure. Oh, right. I'm forgetting a very important thing here. Ignore, yes, ignore requested geometry. Force, yes, boom. Nothing really changes here, right? So let's try to make this even smaller, possibly. Because when we move it even more down, this still exists. It's still very much there. We just kind of like push it down, but it's still there. And I want to make it so it's not, basically. What else about geometry can we even change? Let's try popping it out again. Nothing really changed here. Yeah. YouTube chat is so like bad. It's quite literally horrible. I hate it. I wish to like have a terminal based YouTube chat where all the messages would just be displayed in the terminal. Wouldn't that be great? To remove all of this fucking GUI bullshit that's really unnecessary. The plugin slash scripting support is limited, so if you want to keep some of the movements, you got Helix. But it's quite bloated in my opinion. All the LSP stuff is built in, so there's only a code editor, not really, a text editor. Yeah. I'm super fine with that though, because personally I edit code. I would rather my program like immediately be able to use all languages. Chat was locked for like 10. That's insane. That's insane. What about connection? Huh, doesn't seem like that's wow. I hate that. Another thing that I hate is that apparently it seems like nothing really changes once I change this. Even though, yes indeed, it forces it on all desktops. Let's try to open Vivaldi again. Okay, so they are indeed separated as they need to be. So that is working correctly. I thought that that wasn't the case. Okay, I guess we can't really do much of anything else. So yes, ignore, and minimum size is minimum this. Yeah. GNOME is probably the best candidate since it is quite easy to strip down parts. Oh, I'm thinking of installing a desktop environment and running it alongside my... Hold up. I remember we've talked about this. Fucking Wayland compositor. GNOME is probably the best candidate. But GNOME is... like, really? I feel like, as I've heard, it's going to be more annoying to like configure GNOME rather than KDE, or better yet, something even more minimal like the other ones. I installed KDE, I love it, so I haven't really looked into the other desktop environments, but if what you're looking for is something more minimal, why would you choose GNOME? I don't get that. Right, so I don't think we can achieve more using a window rule. If somebody who knows, I guess, KDE better than I do knows what's up with this, please let me know. But what we're going to do right now is discover stylus that we can use to actually style this YouTube chat. So it's an extension that basically lets you do CSS on certain websites, which sounds amazing. So yeah, that's fair. Options. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a lot of stuff. Fuck, let's go through it. User style, auto update interval in hours. Okay. Always dark. Toolbar. Match. I'm kind of tired of like getting into something and then it just throws a bunch of information at you. But then again, having like a tutorial in the style of a mobile game, where, have you ever had this? You install a mobile game and in the tutorial it gives you like 30 crystals and you're like, oh my god, 30 crystals, that's going to be so helpful to me. And then the game forces you to use those crystals to like complete some building rather than waiting literally 5 seconds. I hated that always. It's so sad. Oh, I can... Wow. Number of styles active. That's cool, I guess. Background color. This is a very, very ugly color. Like, if you were in a competition to make the ugliest color, you'd come at least second. You would probably win. This seems a bit better. Doesn't seem to change much. And there's no reset. How interesting. Okay, I wish I had some sort of like color grabber, but we have this. Let's make it pink and purple when it's disabled. And how do we do that? We move this first. Okay, so I have colors in my dot files, and I should rename this file and maybe even move it somewhere because it starts with an uppercase letter, which I dislike at this point. Shell prompt, so ffafd7, and I'm gonna use the chat. I'm so mad. Why doesn't it automatically... like, I hate that. Like, if I activate the window, you should probably activate the input box as well, no? Okay, so... Oh, naturally I can't see it anymore. I have to find the time to program my monitor plugging behavior. We Linux users do the wildest shit. You realize that, right? To program the fucking monitor plugging behavior. It's cool on one side that we can even do that. On the other, we're such nerds. We're such nerds. Hi, Big Cat. Haven't seen you in a while. One thing that I didn't realize is that it uses like decimal when I'm using hex, and that's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying. If it's connected to Y display using Z port, it should disable to to auto locking. No clue what you mean by that. There's probably something along the lines of, let's do this and make this and then this and then like this. So math oh, that's it. And if it is charged only in that instance, it should stop suspending after being inactive. Oh. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Okay. Gotcha. That's cool to like be able to do. Okay, that I get. Oh, come on. I want to find like a convenient way to turn hex into decimal. Fuck. Actually, what am I doing? I have ChatGPT. I literally have ChatGPT. Like, literally, what am I doing? Boom, 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 boom. Convert in hex to 3 decimal numbers. No, I will not. That will make me install a fucking program, then you set it up. Oh, you could use this option. Oh, did you know? You can set a hotkey. It's too much, literally too much. Like, immensely much. Hugely much. Very annoying. 255.175.215. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if it's not a program for my system, it's differently annoying. Plus, I don't like websites. Unless you put in a hex and gives you the decimals. Well, I already found a solution. One thing that I want to have somehow, basically, I take a screenshot. Unsure if you can see this whole window. Please tell me if you can. Basically, I take a screenshot. Now it's in my clipboard, and now I want to set a hotkey to show what I just copied as an image, just like float that image. I want that immensely because I used to have it on Windows. I can see a window with text in the bottom. I wonder how that looks for you. Right, so 255. By the way, I'm overcomplicating this. What? And it doesn't let me let me go. 255 175 175. This reminds me, I haven't found out how to stop time when taking a screenshot. You would have to probably have taken a screenshot already. So there's like a way. Your dailies? In what? Fucking Clash of Clans? How they say. And let's do this thing so I don't have to recompute them again in the future. 215. The cool thing about CSS is that you could use either to begin with. And then we say do the same for boom. Oh, Genshin Impact, you play that? Huh. I had a funny experience with it. I tried to play it, and it was a horrible experience because I enter. The voices that talk use the English dub with a Spanish subtitle. Why? I was learning Spanish at the time, and I set my phone to Spanish. It's a very nice language learning technique to set what you constantly use to that language, to see that language like always, pretty much. It's very, very good, honestly. helped me out a lot in learning English. So I did the same for Spanish. And then I'm a massive, like, nerd about anime, Japanese only. I do not watch dubs at all. They sound very off to me. In my opinion, I like the English dub. For some reason, games often manage to voice stuff well across languages. I guess so, but it wouldn't work for me. Just, I quite dislike that. The Italian dub for Apex Legends and Destiny 2 is actually really good. Well, Apex Legends and basically non-anime games, I'm completely fine with. I will still probably want to play in the original language if it is English, you know? So if it's like French or something, I'll probably use a dub. But if it's anime or an anime game, I just cannot handle dubs. I can only enjoy anime with sub right now. Same, yeah, same. That's always been the case for me. Sometimes you listen to the dub and it's so goofy. Maybe like some very important scene, and with the dub it just sounds goofy. Like that one scene in Death Note where Light is like, I'll take a potato chip and eat it. In the dub it sounds so goofy. Oh, sorry. Literally anything else that is dubbed in Italian is super goofy. I feel like Dragon Ball Z is just super doesn't matter. Like, it's fucking Dragon Ball. If you're watching Dragon Ball, you probably don't care about the content of what you're watching anyway. Why bother about dub or sub? It literally doesn't matter. Turn on like fucking, what's the funniest language? Fuck, what's the funniest language? Fucking Welsh? Welsh is pretty funny. Nah, but it's not the funniest language. Basically, you just take the dub, pirate language. Nah, like a real language that people speak, and it's ridiculous that they do. Polish is pretty funny, but it's pretty funny for me in the context of knowing Russian, and it sounds like it has some Russian in it, but definitely not enough to sound serious, and therefore it ends up sounding very funny. Same about Ukrainian. It sounds pretty funny to me, but if you don't know Russian, they would probably sound like normal to you. It's globally recognized because Minecraft is the only source of truth when it comes to language selection. Oh wow. Okay, well, fair. Then, a language besides pirate language. Oh my fucking god. Why do you not keep the session? I guess it like does that for the time. Let's do this thing. So we CV capital Q DO, boom. Ah, I see why it's inclusive now. Oh, this was off stream as well. I installed the plugin called leap.neovim. It's a successor to sneak.vim, which I used to use actually. And I don't quite remember why I stopped. But I had a good experience with it. Overall, I very much recommend Sneak. And the fucking Leap is a spiritual successor to that. And it's actually very good. Like, very usable. It has this interesting idea where it jumps to the first result immediately. Hi! Leap jumps to the first result immediately, but then, if it's wrong, you can still use labels to jump to the correct one, which is pretty new to me. The goofiest language is probably what the hacker that has a keylogger on me thinks I write when using Vim. True! The fucking Vim language. It's so insane. Something as, apparently, you would think, right? Simple as copying the entire file. What is this? Like, look here. Like, what is that, right? Convert in hex to 3 decimal numbers. Why would you use special converters when you just can ask ChatGPT for free? Leap is real good. I don't like the first result jump. I disable it. I actually like it. It's a bit confusing sometimes because you will usually see 2 cursors, at the very least in VS Code, but I feel like I can get used to it. Bro. You did not have to explain how you did that. I guess thanks. I do remember like learning this in IT class in like 6th grade or something. But I'm never going to do that calculation myself. Because you know what? We now always have a calculator in our pants. Oh, fuck, I'm wearing a skirt. So I don't. Oh, I see. Now it makes sense. You won't always have a calculator in your pants because maybe you're not wearing pants. Now that makes sense. Okay, so 11 blah 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 blah. Let's put it here. What did I jump? Oh, right, I remember. Boom. No, boom. And actually, let's do something completely unnecessary. Let's replace a comma with a space. G. Isn't that cool? Super unnecessary because the way I would usually do it is CGN space and then dot, which is faster and yeah. But if there were a lot of commas, it may actually be better to select and then, well, usually what you would do is S and then this and blah blah blah, you know? You're probably used to using forward slashes in the set command in Vim, but you can actually use any character. Same goes for the actual set command as the GNU core util. You don't have to use forward slashes, or any slashes for that matter. You can use any character, and something like the backtick is used very rarely overall, so I use them instead. I'm like, delete the text inside the second set of brackets in the second line without putting it in my clipboard. Same! Literally same. That's so relatable. Something that I at least used to do very often is, okay, so we access the system register, then yank to inside the next quote to copy this link. Right? Yeah. I'm probably showing you a lot of like dangerous links. Well, not necessarily dangerous. Dangerous not for you, but maybe for me. Because they're like sus. I use set-e. Huh. Interesting. So first of all, you're using percent signs as separators. Cool. What does dash capital E do? I'm unfamiliar with it. Right. And let's make this purple. This has gone on for too long unnecessarily, but the default colors are just way too ugly for me to reasonably use. Boom. What? Oh, 15. Huh? Oh, this needs to have 4. Hold up. But it goes up to 255. Okay, I'll follow your fucking suggestion, which is, to be fair, super reasonable but somewhat annoying. Color picker, man grab and grab dash E. So it uses the... Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I use SD, the said replacement, I think written in Rust, I mean probably, and I think it uses it by default, which is very convenient, or it's plain text by default, I keep forgetting. But basically, with that, I don't have to deal with the bullshit of, oh, it's regex, but not quite, you know? Now that you mentioned grab, I'm aware with the dash capital E option for grab. I just didn't for sed. Yeah, exactly. I also use rip grab, same. So SD and rip grab. Rip grab because it's faster and less ridiculous. Like dash capital E, seriously, just give me the regex, you know? So first of all, these numbers are wrong, turns out. So it was correct first, and then incorrect. Okay, I see why I should be using the actual color picker rather than just trusting ChatGPT, because it will work sometimes and won't others. Boom, boom. Okay, your suggestion was incredibly reasonable. Thank you. I'm not sure why I deleted it from here, because I actually still need it. Boom. I have to eat. Alrighty. Have a nice intake of food. See, those are much nicer, are they not? Okay, pop up with in pixels. I'm not sure. Styles before commands, I guess. Resort styles and pop-up after toggling. What? Editor settings. Open editor in a new window without address bar. Don't, I think. Minimum column width. Table layout. Fav icons and applies to column. In fucking what? What in the what? Okay. Instant inject mode. What? Page SCP. Isn't that like contain, secure, protect? LMAO to allow style assets. Expose iframes via HTML. Expose style name. Add delete in editor context menu. Open installer when navigating. Wow. So, write new style. It's not like I'm actually going to be using this editor, so all of this is like super unnecessary. Is there like a way to just... you can import. Oh. Like, import the fucking file. Right. Everything, URL. Oh, URL starting with. Okay. And it has sections. I'll definitely figure this out. So, URL starting with this. So, starting with, for fuck's sake, starting with this. Boom. Enter a name, YouTube, oh, I guess styles. Add another section. Say I do a comment. I don't remember how to make comments. Comment. Are there comments in CSS? How do I make them? I don't know. How do you make a comment in CSS? So it is this. Why does it not allow a comment? Strange. Well, okay, say we inspect this. Once again, why is it white? Vivaldi, for some odd reason, continues to think that it uses a white theme, even though it absolutely doesn't. Hold up. Let me cook. Boom. I cooked. So this go upper, go even upper, even upper. Oh, that's for HTML, right? Even upper, even upper. Okay, so reaction control panel. Like, see, why is it white? Copy selector. We put it here. Reaction control panel. Boom. Like display, and it doesn't even give me some sort of what am I thinking of? IntelliSense. That took me a long ass time to process. Wait, why are you on all desktops as well? Okay, let's close it for a second. Okay, so fuck. That's super not what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's go. No, fuck. The fucking YouTube chat keeps trying to activate itself, even though no, I never want to. And I can make it unfocusable. And maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should. But we'll come back to that. The terminal, we go to dot files and we have Vivaldi here. Let's make cd stylus and touch styles.css. So let's go to styles and have this. It's not formatted. So display initial inherit hide. How do I do this in oh wow, it's being recognized. That's interesting. Display none is what I'm looking for. Display, but not in line, but none. So let's take this and put this here. And basically that's what I want. Right? So we have one section that applies to URLs that start with this, and it has this code. What happens if I, oh, well, okay. What if I take this link as well and put it here? So basically this code would affect these two websites. Makes sense. Tab size is 3 because I'm weird like that. Okay, so YouTube chat in that case. Word wrap, yes, use smart indentation. What? Use tabs with, I guess, auto close, brackets, and quotes. Oh, why is that disabled? Double clicking selects tokens, maybe. Arrow keys, sure. Color pickers, oh. Huh. Why did they try that hard? They did not need to. Theme. You even have themes? No one is seriously going to be using this editor to begin with. Why are they trying so hard? Like, if you have VS Code, you'll just go to VS Code and do the code there, because you have all your hotkeys or your everything, really. So, like, why would you spend this effort? Highlight, don't. Why is it? What does it even do that? Boom. So we save live pre. Wow. Huh. And it just disappeared. Right? And it just disappeared. Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay. That easy, huh? Now, the big question is, how do I add another style? Show active style count, turn all styles off, manage styles. Gotcha. So if a single CSS works for multiple websites, you just add multiple links for it, but usually you would just use a single file for a single website. That makes sense. What do we have here? Filters, actions, checks all styles for updates, write new style as user CSS. What if I do something like, it wouldn't appear here, which is good, I think. Okay, gotcha. So instead of styles.css, let's rename styles to YouTube chat.css. Boom, boom. By the way, to anyone wondering about the rename function, last time I searched, it wasn't really a thing. Oh, I guess it is. maybe I didn't search, but basically I made it myself. Let's go to functions in fish, rename, boom. Basically, we move the file to the same thing, but we append an underscore before it. Then we move it to the second argument, effectively renaming it. Okay, what else do I want to change about this then? Good question. I hate this shit. Like, it keeps on saying it. So, let's do this. Put this here, put this here, like this. Okay, so this whole thing is super unnecessary. Even upper. YouTube live chat viewer engagement message renderer. Why would you? Like, why would you? More surprisingly, they know that I'm opening this window as the streamer. I do not need to see that. Whole message clickable. It is? I guess not. Okay, so let's copy selector and paste it here. Well, hold up. Because ID. Okay, we have items, blah, 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 blah. How do we copy? How differently can we, like, get the selector? Because sure, the ID is very specific there, but it's going to change every stream, I'm pretty sure. Copy styles. What does this do? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. I would hope it would just copy this too. It's just that I forget how to get by element, you know? Copy. XPath. What about this? Yeah, it's the XML thing. Copy full XPath. Okay, I'm gonna fucking ask ChatGPT. Since this is a single window that is unfortunately being shared everywhere, I kinda don't have a different way to, like, hold up. Well, no, I guess I do. Yeah, I guess I do. So, how do I make a CSS selector by, what's the name of this thing? By element type tag. I'm not sure how they're called. I forget. Okay. So, YouTube live chat view. Not outer HTML, I don't think. Okay, so dv capital G. What? Of course. Display none. And now, why would it, what? Boom. Let's edit it. Actually, I don't want Vim here because since it won't have all the features that I'm used to, it just complicates things. Oh, and it's just removed itself. That's great. That's amazing. Now, finally, supposedly, we will never see it again. Okay, let's continue. Let's inspect this and come here. So, this is kind of annoying, somewhat. It adds to the maximum or minimum height of this thing, making it quite annoying. Well, first of all, let's do this. Live chat and live chat header renderer. Heading. Okay, so YouTube live chat header renderer, display none. And we take this, boom. Wow, using stylus is much easier than I thought, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was gonna be like way more intense, I could say, but you just paste the code and it immediately works. I'm super surprised, gonna be honest. Okay, and then we inspect this and remove this whole bullshit because I'm the streamer. Why would I ever type? Well, that's not true because maybe sometimes I would want to. Panel pages, toast container. What does this div relate to? Good question. Oh, I'm not getting to it. Okay, let's try inspecting this so we can figure out. Oh my god. Sure, I'll scroll. We can figure out. So imagine the messages only appear up to here. Even if I were to hide this element, I guess no, they would still be able to go here, likely. I want to try this out. I might not actually want to do it. Panel pages. YouTube live chat message input renderer. Let's try it out. YouTube live chat message input renderer. We also display none, and we take this, put this, boom. Yeah, okay, so it's as I thought. Now it's just the chat, nothing else. And considering that, let's go to rules. Nope, like this. First of all, if we do it like this, it's, oh my god, that's terrible. Wow, that's so bad. So BRB is the last message, and very soon it just goes away. Let's fix this first of all. Let's go to chat. And that happens because the minimum size of it is only a certain amount. Let's make it minimum 1. And since this is force, it's supposed to... No, but that's not how it works. Unless... Yeah, it's still like can be only a certain small, after which it starts to be very annoying. Now, to be fair, for most times this is probably the better way to do it, but there are situations where having it on the bottom instead would be better. Nice, and now I cannot focus it because I don't need to anymore. Why the fuck does it work like that though? Like, why is it why can it not go smaller? Like, it shouldn't be moving the window down, basically. For all I know, it may actually be moving that window to the next workspace, who knows? Like, this is the minimum of what I can show. That's ridiculous. Having set it to be 1 pixel as minimum, we force ignore requested geometry. Like, right? Oh, I can't scroll now. Okay. Maybe this is a bit ridiculous. Because scrolling may be useful. And let's actually bring back... Oh, let's do it this way. Let's comment this out. Well, I feel like that if I well, I guess it works. And a comment here, which basically says the input box. Boom. Let's copy this and be horrified that it doesn't. Seriously, Control A doesn't work? That's insane. Boom, it's back. The reason for having it is because, goddamn, stop trying to be the main window. You're not. Is so we can do this. But it's so whack. It's so incredibly whack. So it does support comments, but for some odd reason, comment. Wow. For some reason, it doesn't want those. Interesting. Okay, so now the fucking annoying ass heart is no longer here, and using this layout is finally more viable than it used to be, because keeping on not being able to read here was super annoying. This, like the thing on the top, wasn't necessarily like all that bad, but it still took up space. And what would be basically, it would occupy this space, and we would see only a few messages, and now we see a bit more messages at a time. Unfortunately, we cannot do this still, unless we make this box even bigger. You know what I'm going with this? We inspect this, make this a more important window. So the renderer display none. Interesting. It automatically sets the not important things. So box siding, okay, yes, this scroll bar width. Okay, so display block padding. Why do you have padding? Stop having padding. Okay, well, yeah, sure, it looks a bit ridiculous, but this is like more minimal. On the other hand, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. What we should change instead is top margin. So, what? Oh, caps lock. Top. Okay, margin top. Like 20 or 30. I'm not sure about the... Why does this not work? That's strange. The input box. Right, so we take this, we select everything and replace. It doesn't understand 30. Okay, let's try pixels. px. That's the idea that I'm going for. So let's make the padding less. Let's see what works the best. So 2 pixels padding. Okay. Padding 2px. Okay. What's happening here? Okay, we don't need this anymore. Let's make this 40. Bless me. Basically, what I'm gonna do is make it so we see like 5 messages, maybe even 4. You see? And I can just have like 4 messages at the bottom, still having most of my screen, when it used to take quite a bit more. Let's just keep trying this out until it works. Yeah, until it works, basically. Let's fucking do 100 to go absolutely inane. 110. Boom. Well, not quite boom. Something like this. 100. Like 90. Yeah, this seems to be perfect. 91. 92. 93. I'm gonna keep doing this until I see a line. I think this is perfect. 94. I'm still so surprised that it doesn't recognize Control A as a key map. It's different depending on the screen. That's terrible. In that case, let's just, it looks very ridiculous in side-by-side mode. That's fine. So it's good here. Slightly too much here. But perfect here and here. You won't understand how fucking tempting it is to lib make 4 system packages on XOS. I could literally make my computer only have a single package. Wait, how? What if I removed the core utils? I mean, you could. That's the good thing about Linux. And also the bad one, because you can. Which is like, fuck. Okay, I think I'm fine with 94. Oh, the good thing about this is that now I can have the chat on the top if I wanted to. I don't. Because then we have the bar, like the, I forget what it's called, then the tabs, then the fucking breadcrumbs, and the chat. Too many horizontal windows with information for one place. Same thing goes for the terminal. Boom. And I can now only see the last 4 messages, which is generally what I need anyway. It's possible for me to miss up to 4 messages, if even. We could make it 3 though. Let's make it 3. Let's make it 3. And then say I wanted to type a message. This looks so ridiculous, by the way. There's probably some way to... Okay. So basically, I still have a way to type a chat message. I should probably keep that ability if I wanted to share a link or something. That's probably the best way to do it, so I'm gonna keep it. You mentioned earlier that you were wearing a skirt. Are they comfy? I wanted to try one, but it's a little hard to find any near me. They're incredibly comfortable. It's a feeling that they're so great. They're so immensely amazing. It's like surprisingly comfortable to an insane point. I super recommend. Yeah. That's my review on skirts. Before I change it here, it's probably a better idea to change it here, to like try it out. Let's say we did 120. We make this even smaller. Boom. 3 messages. Let's like 25. Not quite. So 30. I should probably start cross-dressing. It sounds real comfy, fun. It absolutely is. It's like, it makes you happy. Or at least it makes me happy, which is unsurprising considering that I'm trans. As in my case, it would be cross-dressing. Yep. It's just so fun. Because like, oh my god, I'm so pretty. And as a man, you don't generally get to feel like you're pretty at all. So it's super fun. I recommend it. It seems like 130 is like perfect for 3 messages. And now I can like see most of the screen, while in the past it would take up starting from here. Sad and true. Yeah, like not many men even hear compliments to their direction. So it's a meme, sure, but it's also reality that a man hears a compliment and then will remember it for 10 years. That's so sad. And what's even sadder is that women have like, it's understandable why they tend to not tell compliments, because you can tell compliments to a man and then suddenly they think that you're interested in them, like a very large jump, you know? So it's like unfortunate on both sides. What if the chat was overlaid over other windows? Absolutely not, because it would make accessing stuff like more annoying. And if you're talking about how streamers usually do it on their streams, well, the thing is, it's like an OBS overlay. Yes, absolutely. We should start just considering compliments, not immediately as a like pickup line or something. Like, oh, you're telling a compliment to me, you probably want to fuck me. We should stop looking at it that way and just spread positivity that way. I definitely try to, because a compliment is always nice. Well, if it's not like insensitive or ist in some way. You're looking a little more fun than usual. Aww, that's great. Yeah, that's the idea. It's nice to hear a compliment. We should definitely attempt to make compliments more often to all of us. So I like the 3 messages a lot. Coming back to, usually the chat is an OBS overlay, and the thing is, I don't have a way to see the chat. I could, of course, have it open on my phone, but then I see the amount of viewers that are currently watching me, and that stresses me out a lot. I don't even want to figure out how to do CSS on my phone, you know? So it has to be on my computer, and I only have a single screen, so I don't have an option to just put the chat on a different screen. So that's why I have this like funky setup, which is a bit less funky than it used to be. So now it will pretty much always just be in this place, and when I need to type some message in the chat, maybe I want to share a link, I open this to reveal this ridiculousness, and blah 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 blah, and then I go back. And this being here is also very much fine, because messages will not always go to that extent, and I can just like wait until it disappears. So 130, hold up, we can CIU to change inside number. It's a text object provided by various text objects dot new of them, I think. Very good plugin. 130, correct? Correct. Boom, boom, let's save it. And now, in theory, anytime I open my YouTube chat, it's just this. It's just like perfect. I'll just close it. Cool. Cool. Epic. Fuck, that means that now I'll want to change CSS everywhere. Oh no, right? Well, one thing that I immediately want to remove is this fucking bullshit. So this is my tech channel where I obviously make content, but also watch tech related content, like programming related content. DT, I love this dude. His accent is so comforting. The Links cast should appear somewhere here. He's also very, very comforting. But shorts keep appearing on my page, and the recommendations now recommend me workout videos, because sometimes it's like a short with a man just dripped out and he's so hot, and I just end up clicking, and now the algorithm thinks that I work out. I do not. How did you steal my recommended page? I know, right? Because fuck, the tech sphere in terms of content is pretty much the same. Everyone watches Fireship, obviously. DistroTube. This dude is a bit goofy, but in a comfortable way as well. So there are not that many creators, and some of them are annoying. Ideally, I would want to see a Prime Engine video so I could make that joke even better. But I clicked like, don't show me this person again. Like, no. Yeah. There need to be more content creators in the tech sphere. Please. That's why I keep like saying to a lot of my friends, oh, start a YouTube channel. Because I want more content. And the content creators that are currently out, not even an NBTV video, non-binary TV video. Is that actually it, or is that something else? First time I'm hearing about it. Can you like elaborate? Oh, that's actually funny. Right, so what I want to do is remove shorts. Because, well, fuck them. They like waste my time when I really should be looking for a video that I actually want to sit down and watch. Why is this here? I wonder. Right. Let's stop me showing you my recommended things and get to removing shorts and start wearing skirts. Okay, so ID dismissible. Are they? Class, style, blah, blah, blah. YTE rich shelf renderer. Say we change the width. I thought that you could like do something along the lines of this, but you can't, it seems like. Say we display, boom, none. Boom, that's great. So remove this, and then I guess this. Fuck. Stylus is so amazing. Should tech be limited to 14 and above? Absolutely not. Why would we gatekeep it? Like, even if you're a 14-year-old and, I don't know, you found, like, fucking a cheat for a game, you should still, like, do it. Like, make content about it. Or would it kill a lot of potential interest to IT? I think there's no real reason for it to be 14 and above exclusive. Well, the content creators, most of them, I don't not want them to appeal to a younger audience. But if there are content creators that are like younger audience oriented, that's fine. People are idiots online. People tend to be slightly more stupid when young. That's true, but we already have a solution for that. Being angry at them and saying you're dumb works well enough, I think. Gonna be honest, despite me being a tutorial channel, basically, I don't have that much patience. I used to help on the Autohotkey Discord like a lot in the past, but people kept going lower and lower than my expectations, completely breaking what I think is possible. And now I don't help anymore because people are so insanely stupid sometimes that I literally cannot handle it. So I decided to just not go into it, to not disappoint myself, and to not be toxic unnecessarily. Because, to be fair, well, they're newbies, they want to learn. Obviously, they don't know a lot of stuff that I do, but from a biased experience, from a biased view of me, how could they not know this? The real answer is, well, obviously they don't, that's normal. But that's, I guess, not enough for me. I was thinking there should be a system that should manage the online interaction of young users to help them with without being invasive to their privacy, but educating them to how to use the internet. I was thinking of inventing parents. Okay, true, actually. Ah, yes, inventing parents. Yeah. What you just explained there are literally parents. That's pretty funny. Is there a different solution that doesn't involve people? No, not really. I feel like the current way it works, where we basically roughen up kids by being the most real, and they, I guess, learn how the world works in the most correct way, because we don't really hide parts of the internet. They can see it all and learn in the most correct way, I guess. In a pretty damaging ways, often, but the most real. The issue is that more and more parents have to work to sustain the family. Yep. Which is pretty, like, sad. Even less time to give the kids. Okay, so let's create a new file called YouTube. There are some mistakes you can't take back. If you said something slightly racist when you were 14 on Twitter, you can't be a... Really? Are you sure? Nah, surely that's ridiculous. Especially if you're not from America, it's very easy to be insensitive. Because first of all, you don't have the cultural phenomenons that America expects you to have. Second of all, you may be using a different language, where the N-word, for example, like means a very different thing. So the N-word is used in Russian to just mean a black person. We do not have the history that America does. So Russians don't even recognize that, oh, actually, this is a horrible word. I've explained the meaning behind it to many people, and they're like, oh, really? Fuck. I'll stop using it, I guess. So, since this is the case in Russia, I'm more than sure that we're not the only country to not immediately recognize the cultural phenomenons of other countries. So considering that, it's very unfair to judge a person in their young age, by the way, from a different country maybe, by the standards of an adult in America. You know? Search up about the hottest policeman in America. They said something racist when young. Probably don't remember it, but got it off the force because of it. Well, all cops are bastards, so that specific example I really don't care about. Whatever. Like, if you're a policeman and you have said the N-word, already too much, so yeah. The N-word is in Italian is the same word used for the color white, I guess? Or black? Ah, probably black, right? I remember learning Spanish, and Spanish and Italian are pretty similar. As you can see, I'm very bad at reading hex codes for colors because I'm not a web developer, so I don't have a lot of experience with them. So display none. Yeah, they can have some similarities. So we remove this. And then we rich shelf renderer. And before I spoke to you with some, what is that? So that is white, right? Or is it the opposite? I have no clue. Right, so let's just display boom, none, boom. Okay, so this is white and this is black. I expected them to be the opposite. Like when there are a lot of F's there, I expect that, oh, we fill it with color completely, therefore it's probably black, but I guess not. So content dot YTD rich section renderer, YTD rich shelf renderer. Light is the opposite of paint, so summing all colors up makes white. I heard that being the case. Yeah, huh. Interesting. I think what we could do is YTD rich shelf renderer. We can just take this and use display none on it. With paint, you're filtering out every other color from the white light. Ah, huh. Huh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. Alrighty, we do this for this URL. Oh, wow. That's so beautiful. Oh my god. That is so cool. Hold up, why is it now different? Why does it have like two things? I super don't get it. That spooked me. You're gonna put something to cover up bash. Wait, where is it? Where do you find bash? User style. Bush, maybe? YouTube. Who the fuck is... Oh! What's funny is that we can write CSS to remove this specific video. Eventually you'll get it. Okay. Let's... Hold up. Manage. Let's just create this ourselves. Write new style. Boom. Yeah, because I know how this works at the very least. I'm pretty much a grandma with this. Boom. And this is going to be called YouTube. Save. And let's reload so we can check whether it works or not. It does not. So YTD rich shelf renderer display none. This did not work. Okay. English is too hard. It is, to be fair. English is quite ridiculous. Let's try to have this instead. Boom. No. That used to work, is the thing. Maybe this? Oh. I see, because the option of URLs on this domain, if we are just on this link, we're not in that domain. Therefore, it doesn't work. So let's actually bring back this. Let's like close this. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, let me butcher this Italian. Amicitia cum Anglis finita est, Latinia nunc amicus meus optimus est. I can feel like what this means. I don't know exactly what this means, but I feel it because I was learning Spanish for a year. So I have instincts. Cajito facehe website cum rust. Okay, that's so funny that you just have the word cum. That appears, I guess, often. Also, that's an interesting project. The fucking WebAssembly thing sounds interesting. If you're interested in web development, I'm not. Which you read. How the fuck do you pronounce rejects in an Italian accent? Or I guess in Italian. Uti. Oh, I see what uti means. Uti rejects debes in sectione ia quam cogito. The last part I don't get. Non italus en hel casu sed latinus ab antico. Yeah, I stopped getting it. But what's great about all this, I just successfully removed shorts. which is nice. Super cool. Now I can actually just scroll and not even care. That's super nice. There's probably some extension that does it for you, but I'm a programmer. Writing some CSS isn't that big of a deal to me, which is pretty nice. First of all, let's commit this. What do we have here? Let's go up. It's Latin, not just Italian. Oh, really? Why the fuck do you know Latin? Why? There is absolutely no reason for you to be that dripped out. Is that a single space? It looks like it's more, even though it isn't. I guess it is slightly, at least visibly. And also this being like a single thing adds to it. Okay, whatever. Let's add, hold up. Let's add, I recently started actually just doing this. I was really against using tab in the terminal. I realize now that it's not that bad in some situations. While usually I would still prefer to do something like this. Okay, so GMM to make a commit, strip down YouTube chat with CSS. And now let's stage this. Yeah, I still like this more because it's more specific. I just pick rather than, and now I have to actually reparse what's what, rather than already using the information that I parsed with my brain that's in here. Hawk. Prelumque digitali translatum est, sed Latinian nuncus est in la classica vel scientifica. I imagine you're saying that you translated it. You you replaced something. Okay, gonna be honest, I have no clue. Okay, so we had brackets. This is mostly translated digitally, but Latin is mandatory in classic or scientific schools. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like if you're doing some science, learning Latin is actually going to be beneficial to you because of how many things come from there. And if you know Latin, you'll probably be able to remember a lot of different stuff way easier. So that makes sense. Fix to do text object, boom, and remove actually stylus, then stylus, remove YouTube shorts. That's so cool. So we save, boom. Okay, got it. Fuck, and now I don't, I will never have to be excited by a random YouTube short again. That's great. So one person that I got interested in, should I really be switching a different channel? Whatever. Let me try to show him to you. You may have seen him in YouTube Shorts. He's been popping up like a lot for me. Yeah, so basically he makes YouTube Shorts where the skit is always rich versus really rich. And they feel kind of nice, even though I feel like they're somewhat a fantasy. But yeah, I discovered him through those YouTube shorts. But generally, they're just kind of useless. The more you scroll, the more uncanny the resemblance to my recommended is. God damn. We're all the same person. I fucking got stun locked because I achieved what I wanted. Now, what about removing this fucking terrible number? Terrible, it's terrible. That actually, it's not a bad idea. Because if I see 2, I'm like, hell yeah, great. And then if someone leaves for any reasons, really, like they're a whole ass human, anything can happen. It doesn't necessarily relate to me being a bad streamer or something, and it gets to 1, I'm like, ugh. Usually, the reason why you see this when I open this page is because I don't want to see this number. That's hilarious. Okay, that's really funny. Yeah, basically, I shouldn't be able to see the viewers. And let's do exactly that. We go boom, boom. I'm here. You fucking played a prank on me, didn't you? Let's manage YouTube, YouTube chat, YouTube live stream, I guess I'm going to call it. Right, new style is going to be called YouTube live stream. Let's take this. So that is the lowest thing it can go. Okay. I wonder. Oh, huh. Okay, so I can just like take this and then display, boom, none. Nice, fucking finally. Okay, so class is value, viewers, style scope, YTLS, broadcast metadata. Do I just kind of like take it and use it like that? I don't know how to. Let's do it. Let's do a little bit of trolling ourselves. Edit as HTML. We just take this, copy it, bring it here to here for now. And once again, we just ask ChatGPT, how do I convert this HTML to a CSS selector? Boom. And it's that simple. ChatGPT is literally the best piece of technology in a while. Oh, actually, if you try to use it for some complex situations, it starts getting difficult for it. Yeah, obviously. Use ChatGPT to do the things that you're too lazy to do. You can use it as a thing to remember things. Oh, how the fuck do I use this library to do this thing that you know how to do already, but forgot the syntax of, for example? Perfect situation. And in some cases, learning with it also is great. Can ChatGPT read environment variables? Yeah, probably. If you provide them. What does that entail? Like, for what? YouTube live stream.css live boom boom display none. Oh, boom. Or can I do tgpt? What does this mean? That you can absolutely do. Ah, well, hold up. So the way it would work is you do tgpt. I don't actually have a way to just say tgpt as an abbreviation, and then you like cat text.txt boom. So we do this, and then we're like, what? Explain this. I guess that wouldn't work, right? And then it should be like concatenated basically, and boom. Yeah, so that's how you would do it. Basically, you provide a string to it. How you do that is up to you. tgpt is a very nice program. I like it a lot. So we take this, we put this here in URLs starting with this, save, yeah. Oh, I should also save the links that, like, the URLs that I'm using here. I super recommend it. And there's an AUR package for it. I hope everything's going to be okay if I, like, reload. Okay, so the chat doesn't break, apparently. It could be false. Well, hold up. What do you mean? Oh, come on. I'm literally streaming right now. Give me my thing. Oh, because I'm on a different channel. I kind of want to see you try out Helix. Absolutely not. I heard that it's great and all, but the thing is, you're definitely not streaming. The thing is, I'm way too deep in. Works, by the way. I'm way too deep into using NeoVim with all the plugins, with all the remaps and muscle memory and the NeoVim extension for VS Code. There's no such thing as Helix extension for VS Code. So literally, nah. I'm just a figment of your imagination. You could be, for all I know. Fuck, this is actually amazing. Now I won't ever accidentally see this number and worry. Well, this is quite funny because I already have chat. Oh, I wouldn't recommend it for regular use. Just for fun? I don't know. It's very anxiety-inducing for me to check out something that I don't intend to use, you know? Whenever I try something out, it's because I'm already sold on it, that this is what I'm actually going to use, like, really. And I don't. The reason why I'm so scared is because, well, what if I like it? Well, then I'll go insane trying to replace my entire setup with that instead. And fuck that. I had the same fear to try out Vim because I was so afraid that I would actually like it. And well, I did. I will use it as my system editor, so if I'm stuck without my user packages, I will notice immediately. Hmm. I see. That's pretty nice. Right, so works. Mm-hmm. Cool. So basically a CSS file for a website or for a type, I guess. So let's take this link and put it in a comment at the top. And the thing we can do now is yank inside these. Fuck, NeoVim isn't available. I have to use the even more hipster editor. Well, wouldn't you just use Vim or something? Because sure, NeoVim maybe like breaks or something. You go and use Vim. Which is usually already installed. And if not, I don't have a solution, honestly. Okay, let's go here, manage. I don't have Vim installed and have nuked nano. Yeah, that's fair. Then you do something along the lines of fucking, how do you do it? I forget. Here we go. Yep. You do this. I probably remove most of my packages and just leave my TTI launched NeoVim that I've Getty login D and roll back in a single command. Removing stuff feels very good, to be fair. Boom for YouTube chat. And just YouTube. I'm trying to think in my head how I should separate these files, because like on what basis are they separated right now? Because I could just put all of that CSS in a single file called YouTube, right? But I guess in my head it just makes more sense to split them up. And actually, in an even more precise way, let's make directory, or actually MD, yeah, make directory called YouTube and move YouTube, everything to YouTube. Kind of wished, so it worked, cool. We go to YouTube. Kind of wish it would figure it out. And let's rename YouTube chat to chat.css. Since these files aren't like symlinked to somewhere and aren't being read by the extension or anything, I can just easily rename them without really caring. YouTube to main page recommended.css and rename, not that much, rename YouTube live stream to live stream.css. There aren't many packages that are 100% needed in NixOS. It's very nice. They install bash, grep, core utils, and there are weak pre-installed packages such as nano, perl, and rsync. Then there are the ones it won't work without: systemd, Linux kernel. Yeah, makes sense. TTY, yeah. Boom. All renamed. And I wanna check something out. Should I be just blanking over anything else? Oh wow. Or let's go to YouTube. No. Let's go to YouTube. So here I don't see my YouTube shorts. If I go here, it's not like I would see them here, right? Yeah, you don't see them here, I think. At least I don't remember. But the bonkers thing is that you could theoretically use another kernel instead, because I could change the system too. Oh, init system. I guess so. Interesting. Huh. Wow. Yeah, okay, so what I actually want is just remove things from the main page rather than anything on YouTube. Yeah, let's make it a bit more specific, not less. It's far from being available right now, but it sounds so cool. Yeah, you having the absolute power is so cool. And they're back. Why? URL. Oh. Well. Regex expression. Oh, I see why it. Imagine substituting your Linux OS to Android on the fly. Yeah, holy shit. That's so much power. What I don't get is that we are on this URL. So you would think that it would work, but it does not. And this doesn't work for a different reason, because we're not in a link on that domain, we're just on there. URL starting with, let's try this, matching the regex expression. And then like a dot. Because it considers it to have this, basically. That's interesting to look into. Could execute a kernel with kexec. The possibilities are endless. Fuck. And on Windows, you can't even get the executable to some applications that you run. The difference is staggering. Okay, good to know that. Let's check if this is true. Like this. Yeah, it would immediately appear because it's like live updating. Okay, when you provide the link, / to it. Good to know, good to know. Those don't exist anymore. YouTube recommended. Let's gr inside these, which is just something that you can do. Cool. Regex. Yeah, regex. I'm also going to basically say what type of thing. what type of matching I'm using. Start with, want to make a shortcut to this game from the Microsoft Store. Tough luck, buddy. You need to access as a system administrator just to see the folder. Yeah, just to see it. And then you can't just like, oh, let me take ownership of this folder, because the fucking permissions breaking a lot of other things as well. On Linux, you're just sudo. Boom. Well, on Linux, you wouldn't have that issue at all, if we were being more specific. It's not like some applications get installed and hidden for some reason. No, you can access them. Starts with... Also, why are link files a thing? Okay, imagine you're 7 years old again, and your mom wants to punish you, so she deletes the shortcut to a game on the desktop without actually knowing that she just deleted a shortcut, not the game. So that's why they should continue existing, so that poor 7-year-olds can continue to play their games without having to re-download them. And I hope parents continue to be stupid in that way at the very least. That's also start with, right? One thing I don't understand is how do I like go back, I guess? Oh, just like this, fair. Deleting a symlink wouldn't delete the game. Ah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I'm retrieving my points back because it doesn't apply. Yeah. Windows should actually make symlinks a bit more accessible than they currently are. You have to have administrative privileges and do it in the terminal right now to make a symlink on Windows. And to be fair, I'm not sure how you would make a symlink not from the terminal on Linux, but it's not like I want to, so maybe it's just a skill issue on my part. So starting with, that is super fine, that's pretty like safe. And also starting with. Oh, I guess that the program wouldn't work if hard linked to the desktop. Yeah, probably. That would be weird. It's one of the things that you probably shouldn't do. Just use a symlink. You don't need to use a hard link unless very necessary. Dynamically linked programs, SMH. Well, what? Do you want every program to be like 80,000 megabytes big? Statically linked has its own issues. How long have I been streaming, by the way? Boom, 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 boom. 2 hours, okay. We should ship every dependency together. Every package should include the links kernel, just in case. Oh my god. Imagine installing fucking HiFetch and it's like 100 megabytes. Come on now. It would be incredibly more convenient, for sure, but at a price which is unreasonable to pay. Okay, so YouTube chat has a link that starts with this because it will only capture that. Basically, why I'm splitting them up like this and making a bit more specific links is so I don't have unexpected behavior. On a serious note, you should include a copy of the dynamic dependency per each package. Just make a package manager that hard links it. Oh, yeah! Yeah, you're actually right. Here we go. That's another idea for a distro. Let me get some water. So, what's worse? Just having a single CSS file, but potentially doing behavior that you don't want, or splitting that all in different files and having more specific links, but not having unexpected behavior. I think unexpected behavior is going to be way more annoying to figure out on the spot, and more likely, I'll just won't bother. Nix does that, but it should be done for imperative normal package managers too. Yeah, that would be great. Because the storage space is really the big bad thing about statically linked. But if they're hard linked, if they're identical, well, holy shit. That would be amazing. That would simplify the process of developing software to an incredible extent. Unexpected behavior, you be bad. It could summon you. Literally the Rust book. Literally. Okay, yeah, so this will only... Why does it start with... because it's regex. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, this thing will only affect the main page of YouTube. And then if somehow this link has like more stuff to it, I may change it to be a bit less specific. But right now, I just wanted to remove shorts, and I did exactly that. Whoops. Same thing for the chat, same thing for the live stream. So having quite specific things to simplify what I might have hold up. Let me cook. To simplify what I might have had to do, definitely wrong by the way, if I didn't decide to be this specific and got unexpected behavior. Holy shit, they're introducing communism in Destiny 2. I have to go and see what this is all about. Wait, what? That's ridiculous. Removes YouTube shorts. I'll go. Have a good day or night. Have a good piece of your day as well. Bye bye. Let's actually put it at the top to basically mark a section, and the CSS that will be basically together will be stringed immediately, like on the immediate next line, and those that are separated will have a blank line in between. In case I want to have different removings all for the same page. That makes sense to me. Okay, so what does this do? Removes viewer count Hold up, no, not this, but this instead. This removes the input box. I'm doing actions on a whole window, therefore I should still separate them out to an extent. Reaction control panel, this is pretty readable as it is, so no need. Then viewer engagement message renderer. Yeah, okay, so I should separate them all. Basically, I only join where I needed to capture two elements to do essentially a single action. And all of these four things are quite separate. Okay, yeah. So reaction control panel is pretty obvious, but the engagement thing, thing that says random BS with the YouTube icon inside of the chat. I don't often use comments because generally they're useless because you can just explain things with the code. But in this case, it's actually very important to leave comments in so I remember what is what in the future. I remember now, but I may forget later. YouTube live chat header renderer. Like, I almost forgot what this is, for example. Top chat live chat header. Cool, I like that. And no need to explain this because reaction control panel is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, and we should remove the word removes because we should explain the element, not the action. We may change the action. The element will not be changed. Okay, so viewer count and YouTube Shorts. Yeah, so things will be combined when there are multiple CSS changes to achieve a single behavior. Yeah, okay, let's commit this. Stylus organize CSS, boom. And I'm gonna finish stream because finally the chat looks amazing, and that's exactly what I wanted to do for today. Stylus is way better than I thought. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's go to the 13th. Could have just searched for OBS, right? I could have just said OBS, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good rest of your day / night. Morning, evening, maybe you invented a new type of genre of day. Have